Disclaimer. The videos are purely for educational purposes. The intention is to guide the students to fare well in their term and examinations of their professional courses. I will not be contacting any of the subscribers or followers with messages regarding private tutoring or any money transactions. If anybody does message you, please report them and block them immediately. Professor K.M channel will not be responsible for the actions by the imposters with the same name.
Welcome to my channel. I am Professor K.M. Mahadevappa, a faculty for Master's degree in Business Administration (MBA) in Indira Gandhi National Open University for the last 30 years. For the benefit of the students, today I have chosen MMPC-016 International Business Management, which is supposed to be studied by students in the third semester when they are having another 4 subjects of their specialization. MMPC is a compulsory subject that is to be learned in third semester, and from among the questions that are appearing in the assignments for the current year, I have taken one of the questions and answering them, and normally according to the procedure prescribed by the university, all the students are required to answer assignments before they could appear for the term and examination, and it is a compulsory that the student should write answers for the assignment, obtain the certificate to that effect from the study center, and forward the same along with their examination entrance fee application. That being there, I should advise you that the assignments are not time prescribed for answering the questions. So, in the assignment out of 100, the student is going to get 30% of that when he has scored in the assignment, to add it up to the final results based on the term and examination marks he is going to obtain. Therefore, normally the questions and answers are to be aptly attended to by the students, and each question need to be answered to the minimum extent of 600 to 625 words. And by history, a student can write 20 words a minute, and when the student is appearing for term and examination, he is required to answer 5 questions, which is going to give him 35 minutes at his disposal for every question. And this 35 minutes at the rate of 20 words per minute may perhaps be requiring around 625 to 700 words. Based on that, I have given an answer compiling 700 words so that the students should repeatedly go through that and try to memorize around 500 to 600 words, wherein if they would have scored 90 in the assignments, 30% of that, that is 27 of that, will be added to the marks that is likely to be obtained in their term and examination, where out of 100, if a student has got 80, that 80 percentage at the rate of 70 will be 56, and that 56 and this 27, when added, it comes to more than 80, getting the student a distinctive marks. If you fare better in the assignments, it is likely that you can score more, and if you write around 600 to 625 words in your examination, term and examination, you are very sure that you will be getting distinctive marks or high first class. So from that point of view, I am going to give you the answers for one of the questions of the current year assignment of International Business Management. The question is, discuss the evolution of globalization and the effects of globalization. The answer is, what is globalization? Globalization means integrating the Indian economy with the world economy. It is the outcome of the policies of liberalization and privatization. It attempts to establish links in such a way that the events or happenings in India can be influenced by the events happening miles away. It is an outcome of various policies that aim to transform the world towards greater interdependence and integration. The term globalization refers to the integration of the economy of the nation with the world economy. It is a multifaceted aspect. It is a result of the collection of multiple strategies that are directed at transforming the world towards a greater interdependence and integration. It includes the creation of networks and pursuits transforming social, economical, and geographical barriers. Globalization tries to build links in such a way that the events in India can be determined by the events happening distance away. Globalization is a method of interaction and union among people, corporations, and governments universally. When we come to historical background of globalization, the progress of industrial revolution is the 20th century was accompanied by a replacement of the police state by a welfare state. The state came to be an active actor in the economic life of the society. In the social states, state ownership of means of production and distribution became the rule, and state controlled command economies were operationalized and regarded as the best means for rapid socio-economic development. Effect of globalization in India. India is one of the countries that succeeded significantly after the initiation and implementation of globalization. The growth of foreign investment in the field of corporate, retail, and the scientific sector is enormous in the country. It also had a tremendous impact on the social, monetary, cultural, and political areas. In recent years, globalization has increased due to improvements in transportation and information technology. With the improved global synergies comes the growth of global trade, doctrines, and culture. Globalization in the Indian economy. Indian society is changing drastically after urbanization and globalization. The economic policies have had a direct influence in forming the basic framework of the economy. Economic policies established and administered by the government also performed an essential role in planning levels of savings, employment, income, and investments in the society. Cross-country culture is one of the critical impacts of globalization on Indian society. It has significantly changed several aspects of the country, including cultural, social, political, and economical. Advantages of globalization in India. There has been increase in employment. With the opportunity of special economic zones, there is an increase in the number of new jobs available, including the export processing zones centered in India, is very useful in employing thousands of people. Increase in compensation. After globalization, the level of compensation has increased as compared to the domestic companies due to the skill and knowledge a foreign company offers. This opportunity also emerged as an alteration of the management structure. High standard of living. With the outbreak of globalization, the Indian economy and the standard of living of an individual has increased. This change is notified with the purchasing behavior of a person, especially with those who are associated with foreign companies. Hence, many cities are undergoing a better standard of living along with business development. Impact of globalization. Outsourcing. This is one of the principal results of the globalization method. In outsourcing, a company recruits regular service from the outside sources, often from other nations, that was earlier implemented internally or from within the nation, like computer service, legal advice, security, each presented by individual departments of the corporation and advertisement. As a kind of economic venture, outsourcing has increased in recent times because of the increase in quick methods of communication, especially the growth of information technology. Many of the services, such as voice-based business processes, commonly known as BPS, BPO, or call centers, accountancy, record keeping, music recording, banking services, book transcription, film editing, clinical advice, or teachers are being outsourced by the companies from the advanced countries to India. Debate on globalization. We have seen both for and against the globalization, and the arguments have been the favor is greater access to global markets, advanced technology, better future prospects for large industries of developing countries. The against is benefit accrue more to developed and less to developed countries, compromise with welfare of people residing in developing countries, creates economic disparities among nation and people. And this is how, so this has this is compiled in 700 words, and I would advise the students to ensure that they would repeatedly go through this reply time and again and try to memorize around 600 to 625, so that they would score distinctive marks both in assignments and determined examinations. All the best to all the students. I thank you.